Hi, this is part 3 of the Dancing Star animation series. Remember to always do these drawings while you're on frame 0. This is very important. We're going to spend some time working on the main star character now. We'll need to set up this star in a bone folder because we're going to rig him with bones and animate him that way. First off, go to the Layers palette. Click on the new layer icon and choose Bone and name it Main Star. Click again on the new layer icon, choose Vector and name it Main Star Body. We need to drag Main Star Body into the Main Star Bone folder. So hold the left mouse button down and pull right over top of this folder here and then let go. You'll know that it made it inside the bone folder because you'll see Main Star Body is indented to the right, and if you click on the down arrow to collapse the folder, then you wouldn't see Main Star Body anymore. And then clicking again on the arrow, you'll see Main Star Body again. Now let's clear out any old information from the Style menu by clicking on Reset, and let's go up here and click on Reset All Tools. Now be sure that you do have the Main Star Body layer active by clicking on it. Then click on the Draw Shape tool over here in the Tools. Click on the star and choose any color that you want to over here in the swatches and draw a star in the center, a little bit bigger than your largest star, and try and make it so the top point is pointing straight upright. Now we'll be doing quite a bit of work on the star, so it will be helpful to zoom in. You can use the zoom icon or try your mouse wheel. And remember that you can use the hand or the space bar to get it into position so that you can see the whole thing. Now I'll make adjustments to the stroke width and stroke color. So here underneath Fill, click on the Select Shape icon, click once on the star. I'll change the stroke width to be something thinner. I'm going to change it to a 2 and hit Enter. And then I'll click on the stroke swatch and have it be something a little bit more like a slightly darker orange around this orange fill and click OK. Now we're going to put a couple of different effects on the star. First off, while it's still selected, next to Effect, click on the drop down and choose Shaded. Let me move this out of the way, and I'm going to push the dial around to the line pointing upward, and you'll see the shading is down here. Now that's too much, it's too blurry, it's too soft. So I'll click here in this field and move my mouse wheel, and it looks like the offset is too high. I'll click in this field and wheel the mouse wheel so that I have a little bit of dark shading here on the bottom. Okay, and then click OK. Now I'm going to put light highlights along the top. Now the way to do that is if you look here in the Style menu, right down here, there's a word Advanced, and if you click on this box, this expands the Style menu. And now, if you look here next to Effect 1, it says Shaded, which is the first thing we did. Now you have Effect 2. So I'll click on this drop down and choose Shaded again. This time, I'm going to move the light angle dial pointing downward, but we want to change this to a light color. Right here in this swatch for shadow color, click once. And then we'll move this over to the white here up in this upper corner and click OK. Obviously it's too overwhelming, so we need to change the blur and the offset again. So I'm clicking here in offset and changing it to a smaller number, and I'll click down here in blur and I'm going to dial that down, and again I'm going back and forth between offset and blur until I get something that looks like a light highlight along the top and the darker highlight is down here. And then I'll click OK. Now I'll render out a test frame of this, Control R, and that looks pretty good. So if you want to pause the video right now and just kind of work on that and get your star looking how you want it to, and then just start it back up when you're ready. Once you finish with the shading on the star, you need to go back over here near Advanced and uncheck that box. And that gives you access to the Layers palette again, and it shrinks the Style menu back up to the size that you're familiar with. If for any reason you need to undock any of these menus, you can go over here to Window, Docking, and then for example Layers. I'll click right over here. And then you'll see that the Layers menu will undock and you can move it around. In order to put it back, you go to Window, Docking, and click on Layers again. And then it puts it right back there. I'm going to pause now and I'll continue in the next video.